Hi everyone, it's Meteorologist Jim Caldwell here in the Alert Center for WKYT. Hope you're having a fantastic day. It is cold. I don't have to tell you that. You know it. Your heat pump's been working overtime if you haven't been out of the house, or you've been out of the house and you got blasted by the cold. It's cold. We all know it. And it's going to stay this way for another day, but we are getting a little bit of a break. And I've got a graphic I'm going to show you with here in just a few minutes. It's going to give you an example of that all trying to subside somewhat. And the pattern looks better long range as far as the Arctic cold is concerned. Now there's some shots that'll get close, but it's a wild weather setup. Let me show you. First things first, let's talk about what we have here and now, and that is another cold weather advisory. Now, a cold weather advisory, y'all, is a replacement for the old wind chill advisory. So it's a very simple term. It's going to be cold, right? Well, that's it. Cold weather advisory. There are other things that are a little more dangerous. Extreme cold warning, of course, would be one of those, but we don't have any of that in Kentucky right now or surrounding areas like that are immediately on the border. Yesterday we did. We had some folks in Virginia that were under that. Now, temperatures are actually doing much better right now. We've warmed up quite a bit. We're sitting in the mid-teens, upper teens in some cases out there, but there's a little disturbance that's going to come rolling through, and that's going to help push some of the colder air. You know, we still have some wind chill readings that are down around 0, 5 below in Covington, 1 there in Louisville, 1 in Frankfort, even 3 here in Lexington. So it's certainly there. Now tonight, another reinforcing shot of colder air will get here, and that wind chill will dive again. I wish we could get it to die out, but it's not going to. And then even early tomorrow morning when we're trying to get back to normal on a Wednesday morning, we're back in that 10 to 15. And I think somebody out there is going to sneak in a 15 to 20 below 0 in the morning. But an improvement is coming. See a little band of snow up there north of Cincinnati, north of Covington, and you can see a little hint of it trying to come together there around Louisville. Well, that right there is part of the energy that's going to be pushing through to deliver some colder air to us. Then that will help change everything up. It gets a little breezy with that too. This, of course, is the winter storm that is currently underway, blanketing a big chunk of Louisiana right now, and Mississippi, parts of Alabama, going through Georgia. It's just a mess. Embedded within all of this, right along the Gulf, we have a blizzard warning. A blizzard warning down there. It's snowing, as you saw there just a minute ago, it's snowing out to sea. That's what we've got going on there. So an incredible storm taking shape out there, and more snow to come as we move through time. This is all from right now through the end of the week, and it's not going to take the entire end of the week. I've got through Friday on there just to show you all the totals possible. But that right there is some very interesting snow falling that far south across our country. Now, snow locally here. We're going to get that little batch going. It could get an enhancement, so a few more flakes. Rather blustery too. And then you got a few more that will follow all of that up. They'll race through the area, and then you'll get a few more snowflakes into Kentucky. All right, the next system that has a shot at shaking things up for us a little bit, and I've got a fresh run coming in right now, and it looks a little bit different than this, but you get a little rain snow mix. Maybe there's some wintry mix in there too with that Sunday dose of that, and then it makes the transition over to all rain before it goes over to snow again. I still think there's some cold air to start us off next week. It's not like what we've just dealt with, but it is cold. But beyond that, look what's going to happen. You're going to see the cold air, the frigid air, and the Arctic blast, all of that tied together. You can see it retreat, and it gets way out of play, and the numbers start to moderate. Now, it's by no means am I saying, you know what, we're going to be 70 degrees. No. What that's telling me is we're going to make a run into the 30s. We're going to make a run into the 40s even here. The pattern's trying to flip a little bit for February, but the harshness to some of the characteristics are still showing up there. There's still some big evidence of more snow, more cold, maybe not like this, and even the dynamics could support something else. And what I mean by that is maybe a stormier pattern, maybe a wetter pattern too. So that's the kind of line we're going to be riding once we get into that part of the forecast. So we'll keep you up to date as we always do here on WKYT, on the Facebook page, on YouTube, on WKYT.com, and of course on television. And that's where you're going to find me in about 25 minutes for WKYT News at Noon. Y'all have a wonderful rest of your day. We'll see you.